Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about push-down automata PDA. PDA is a mathematical model and it is an extension of the finite automata. That is epsilon NFA plus stack is called as push-down automata. So we can also say that it is an extension of the epsilon NFA. So epsilon NFA with the stack as the memory unit is called as push-down automata. So this is the informal representation of push-down automata. It has a finite state control. It reads the input one at a time and the input string may be either accepted by our PDA or rejected by our PDA, and it has stack as the finite state control. So stack means it is similar to the stack data structure. So it can perform push and pop operations only at the top end. So we can insert and delete the element only from the one end of the stack, only on one end of the stack, that is called as top of the stack. So formal definition, push-down automata is represented by P. PDA P is equal to Q, sigma, gamma, delta, Q naught, Z naught, F. So it has 7 tuple notation where Q is a finite set of states similar to our finite automata, and sigma is a finite set of input symbols or input alphabet, and gamma is a stack alphabet, that is a set of stack symbols. In the stack symbols we will push some terminals as well as variables. So these are called as stack symbols. So gamma represents stack alphabet. Then delta, we will see it later. Q naught is a start state of the finite start state of the PDA. Then Z naught is a starting symbol of the stack. Okay, so initially stack will contain Z naught in the bottom of the stack. Okay, so this is the starting stack symbol, and F is a set of final states or accepting states, and delta is a transition function of a PDA. It takes 3 arguments as input, Q, A, X. So delta of Q comma A comma X, where Q represents present state. So current state of the finite control, current state of the PDA is represented by Q, and A is a input symbol on the input string. So for example, if the input string has some input string A, B, B, and initially the finite control is pointing to A, means that symbol is A, and it may be epsilon also. So A is a symbol in sigma or A equals epsilon. So if A is considered as an input symbol, then the thing is that input symbol is consumed from the input string. So in the next step we will read the next input symbol. But if epsilon is considered as an input symbol, the thing is without considering the input symbol we can change our state to next state. So the input pointer will not advance to the next input symbol. So this Q means current state, and A is a current input symbol. It may be epsilon also. If the input symbol in sigma is considered, then in the next step we need to the input pointer should point to the next input symbol. The thing is, input symbol is consumed from the input string, but epsilon is considered as a input. Here epsilon is given, then the thing is we should not consume the input symbol. In the next step also we need to point we have to read the same input symbol in the next step. Then the third symbol in the transition function represents X, that is top of the stack. So assume that now the top of the stack is X. It may be preceded by any symbols. For example, here A, B, any symbols may be there, but X means top of the stack, and in one move the PDA can change its state to the next state P. Okay, so it takes 3 arguments as input, Q comma A comma X, that is current state of the PDA and current input symbol and top of the stack, state of the PDA, input symbol and top of the stack, and it performs 3 things. One is it changes its state to next state P. So sometimes it may be same as the previous state. Here also it may remain in the same state. So in that case we need to write Q here instead of P. So now in here it changes its state to P. Then if A is written here, then A is consumed from the input string. Epsilon is written, then it should not consume anything. The thing is, without reading input, it can change its state to P. And X, the top of the stack is X, is replaced by the string gamma. The gamma is a string, and here there are three possibilities. If gamma is epsilon, then pop of the stack is performed, right? Because X, the top of the stack, assume that the top of the stack is X, means it is replaced by epsilon. It is replaced by epsilon. Epsilon means pop of the stack is performed. We should not write anything, right? X is replaced by epsilon. The thing is, X is popped from the stack. If gamma is equal to X, means then this gamma, that is X, replaces X on top of the stack. So if top of the stack is X, then this X is replaced by same X. So what happened here? No change in stack. That operation is performed. No change operation is performed here. But if gamma has some string of symbols, that is, if gamma is equal to YZ, then push operation is performed. That is, this Z replaces X on top of the stack, then Y is pushed onto the stack. That means X is replaced by Z, right end of the string. Then the next symbol will be pushed onto the stack. Suppose it has another symbol here, for example W. W will also be pushed onto the stack. So left end of the string will be in the top of the stack. Right end will be in the bottom. After above the Z0, right end will be there. Okay. So in one move, the PDA changes its state from Q to P, and if the input symbol is A, any symbol in sigma, it will be consumed, or if it is a epsilon, then it is not consumed, input symbol is not consumed, and this is the second operation. Then the third one is top of the stack, X is replaced by the gamma. If gamma is epsilon, pop operation is performed. If gamma is same as the symbol, no change operation. If gamma is some other set of symbols, then push operation is performed. Now we will see an example. And one more step, to draw the transition diagram, if there is a transition function like delta of q comma a comma x equal to p comma gamma, we have to draw an edge or arc from state q to state p, and that arc must be labeled by a comma x / gamma. Okay, so the thing is delta of q comma a comma x equals p comma gamma. That is, current state is q, current input symbol is a, top of the stack is x, and the next state is p, and the string that replaces x on top of the stack is gamma. And one more thing, in the deterministic finite state automata, delta of q comma a comma x contains only one pair. But in non-deterministic finite automata, it may contain some any number of pairs, okay, because it is non-deterministic. Now we can construct a PDA for language L is equal to 0 to the power n, 1 to the power n, such that n is greater than or equal to 1. So here the set of strings accepted by this language are single 0, 1. If n is 2, then 2 zeros, 2 ones, 3 zeros, 3 ones, etc. Right? So n number of zeros followed by n number of ones means that string must be accepted by our PDA, otherwise it is the incorrect input string. So now we have to construct a PDA for accepting these type of strings. So the concept is, for example, consider 000, 111. So for first we will see n number of zeros, right? So we have to push all zeros onto the stack. So whenever we read 0, that must be pushed onto the stack. The next symbol is also 0. Third symbol is also 0. So that should also be pushed onto the stack. Next we will see n number of ones, right? After pushing n number of zeros onto the stack, we will start reading number of ones. So for each one we have to match with the 0. Each one is matched with 1 0 and pop should be performed. So first we will read first one, then that is matched with the top of the stack. That means for each one we have to pop 1 0 from the stack. Then next input is 1, again we need to perform pop operation. Next input is 1, again we need to perform pop operation. Now the input symbols are fully consumed, so assume that the next symbol is epsilon. So when we read epsilon, the top of the stack is Z0, means then we can accept the input string because it has n number of zeros followed by n number of ones. So this is a concept. Now we will construct the PDA for this problem. So delta Q0 comma, assume that Q0 is a current start state of our PDA. So Q0 is a current state, and next input symbol is, assume that this is our input string and Z0 is on stack initially. So the first input symbol is 0. First we will read some number of zeros, right? So delta of Q0 is the current state, 0 is the input symbol, and Z0 is the top of the stack. So here we need to write current state, current input symbol and top of the stack. So if 0 is the input symbol, we have to perform, it should be inserted into the stack, right? Push operation should be performed so that we should remain in the same state Q0, because we are going to insert all zeros onto the stack. It is a repeated step. So we should still remain in the same state Q0 and 0 must be pushed onto the stack. So the thing is, whatever written here, that will replace Z0, top of the stack. So that if you want to push 0, then here you need to write 0 Z0. Okay, because always the right end of the string will replace top of the stack. So Z0 replaces Z0 and 0 is pushed onto the stack, right? So when we perform push operation, just combine these two symbols and write. The thing is, Z0, this symbol will replace Z0 on top of the stack. Z0 is there in the at the beginning. So Z0 replaces Z0 and 0 is pushed onto the stack. Z0 replaces Z0 and 0 is pushed onto the stack. So when we draw the transition diagram for PDA, start, Q0 is a start state and from Q0 to Q0. So a self loop, and that is labeled by 0, Z0, 0, Z0 / 0 Z0. Now we are in state Q0. So Q0, next input symbol is again 0 and now top of the stack is 0, right? So for the if the input symbol is 0, again we need to perform push operation. So we should remain in the same state Q0 and again we need to perform push operation. So 1 0 we have to write for replacing top of the stack. This 0 is replaced by this 0. Then one more 0 should be pushed onto the stack, right? So we have to write 0 0 here. So Q0, 0 0. So 0 is pushed onto the stack. So here also we have to write 0, 0 / 0 0. So now we the current state is Q0, current input symbol is 0, top of the stack is 0. So there is no need to write a new transition. This is the transition for that. Q0 is a current state, current input 0, top of the stack is 0. So we will remain in the same state Q0 and 0 is pushed onto the stack. So this operation is performed and 0 will be pushed onto the stack. So there is no need to write it in the transition diagram also. Next input is 1. So we have to write a new transition. So delta Q0 is the current state, 1 is the input symbol and top of the stack is 0. Means we have to go to the next state Q1 and pop operation must be performed, right? For each one, 0 must be popped from the stack. So to represent pop operation, we have to write epsilon here. If you want to represent no change operation, we need to write the same symbol X here. If you want to perform push, then we have to write symbols, sequence of symbols here. Okay. So for push operation, we have to write 0 Z0 here, 0 0 here. But for pop operation, we need to write epsilon. So the meaning is this epsilon replaces 0. So 0 is removed. The meaning is 0 is removed. And from Q0 to Q1, draw an edge. That edge must be labeled by 1, 0 / epsilon. So from Q0 to Q1. So this operation, this transition function is used for popping one symbol, 1 0 from the stack. So to repeatedly pop all the symbols, all the zeros, we have to write a recursive definition. Okay. So in the first step, we have pushed 1 0 onto the stack. By following the second one is, second one only is used for performing pushing all zeros onto the stack. Similarly, the third transition function will pop 1 0. To pop all the remaining zeros, we have to write the recursive definition. So Q1 is the current state. Next input is 1. Top of the stack is 0. Now this 0 is popped. So top of the stack is 0. Means we have to remain in the same state Q1 and pop 0 should be performed. Okay. State remains in Q1 but 0 is replaced by epsilon. The meaning is it is also popped. So from Q1 to Q1, draw an edge. That edge is labeled by 1, 0 bar epsilon. Then again, now we are in state Q1. Next input is 1. So Q1 and the next input is 1. Top of the stack is 0. So the same transition function is performed. So the next state is Q1 and 0 is popped. So there is no need to write a new transition. This is also popped from the stack. Now the meaning is epsilon is here. So Q1 is a current state. Epsilon is the input. Top of the stack is Z0. Means we have to go to the final state Q2 and Z0. No change in Z0. So from Q1 to Q2, the edge should be labeled by epsilon, Z0 / Z0. So this is a transition diagram for 0 to the power n, 1 to the power n. Now we can say that our input string has n number of zeros followed by n number of ones. And here, to perform pop operation, we need to change our state from Q0 to Q1. Because if you don't change our state from Q0 to Q1, that is, if you want to perform pop operation also here, means then after 1 also, if some number of zeros will come, then that will also be pushed onto the stack, right? So we have to change our state to next state. Then only number of zeros must be followed by number of ones. After ones, no zero will come. Next one is instantaneous description of a PDA or moves of a PDA. Instantaneous description, or we can say ID of a PDA. So it is represented by a triple Q, W, gamma, where Q is a current state, W is a input string, and gamma is a stack content. It may be a string. Okay, so these two are the string, and it is normally represented by the turnstile notation. So it represents one move, and star means it represents more than one move. Then if a transition function, if a PDA has a delta like this, that is delta of Q, A, X equals P, alpha, then the current configuration of a PDA is this one, means Q, AW. The thing is A is the current input and W means it may be any input string. So A followed by some input symbols. The thing is input pointer is now pointing to A, that is finite control is pointing to A, and top of the stack is X. Then other stack symbols. Okay, X is on the top followed by some other symbols. So left end of the string represents top of the stack. Means then write the turnstile notation here, that is in one move how it will be changed. Q is a current state, top of the current input symbol is A and top of the stack is X. Then it goes to the new state P. So sorry, here P should be written P and here next state is P. So Q changed to P, so P should be written here. A is a input symbol, means it is consumed, so we have to write the remaining string. So W alone should be written. Then X must be replaced by the string alpha. So X is replaced by alpha, then followed by beta. That we need to write. So with the help of instantaneous description, we can check whether the input string is correct input string or not. So consider the same example. We need to check whether 0011 is accepted by our PDA or not. So we have to use the instantaneous description. So we have to start with the start state Q0 and write the input string W. We have to write the input string 0011, and initially stack content is Z0, right? Z0 will be on the bottom of the stack, top of the stack initially. So it indicates bottom of the stack. So we have to write the turnstile notation here, and by following the transitions we can make the moves here. So Q0 0 Z0, Q0 0 Z0, delta of Q0 0 Z0 means we have to follow this. So the next state is Q0 and 0 is considered here. So if epsilon is given here, then we should not remove that input symbol from the input string. But symbol in the sigma is considered, that is input symbol is given here, then we have to remove that input symbol from the string. So the remaining input string is 0 1 1. Okay, because here 0 is given. Then Z0 should be replaced by 0 Z0. So this Z0 is replaced by 0 Z0. Now Q0 0 0. Q0 0 0. So we have to follow this transition. The next state is Q0. Here 0 is given. So remove 0 from the input string. Then 0, the top of the stack, this 0. Okay, this 0 is replaced by 0 0. This 0 is replaced by 0 0. No change in Z0. Now Q0 1 0. Q0 1 0 means the next state is Q1. 1 is given here, that is input symbol. So remove 1 from the input string, and 0 is replaced by the top of the stack. 0 is replaced by epsilon. Epsilon means don't write anything, just remove this 0. So 0 Z0. The thing is pop of the stack is performed. Then Q1 1 0. Q1 1 0. The next state is Q1. 1 is considered here, so it is removed. So the remaining symbol is epsilon. Then 0 is replaced by epsilon. Now Q1 epsilon Z0. So Q1 epsilon Z0 means Q1 changed to Q2. Epsilon is given, so don't remove anything. So still it is epsilon. Then Z0 is replaced by Z0. So now there are two types of languages of a PDA. In two ways we can say the language of a PDA. There are two cases: acceptance by final state, acceptance by empty stack. So let PDA is a 7-tuple notation. Then L of P is equal to L of P. Language acceptance by final state is represented by L of P is equal to set of strings W, such that is the set of strings or belonging to this language if it satisfies this condition. That is, if we start doing the instantaneous description with the start state Q0 and the input string W and the starting stack symbol Z0, in some number of moves, if we reach QF means it's a final state. Okay, it belongs to QF belongs to F. Means if we reach the final state and the input symbol is fully consumed, but the stack content may be anything, means we can say that the language, the string is accepted by our PDA. So in this example, we reach the here QF, right? Here Q2 is a final state. So after constructing the set of transition functions, we have to write the 7-tuple notation also. So PDA P is equal to the set of states Q0, Q1, Q2, input symbols zeros and ones, stack symbols. In the stack, we will push only Z0 and 0, right? So 0 comma Z0. Delta is a transition that we have written. Q0 is a current state. Z0 is a starting stack symbol. And Q2 is a final state, right? Q2 is a final state. So in this example, we reach the final state Q2 and the input string is emptied. Okay, and the stack content is anything. So we can say that 0011 is accepted by this PDA, and we have constructed this PDA by final state. Another one is acceptance by empty stack. So here let PDA P is equal to Q sigma gamma delta Q0 Z0. There is no need to mention about the final state because this is acceptance by empty stack. So it is represented by N of P is equal to set of strings W such that we have to write the same start state Q0 W Z0 in some number of steps. It may be any state. Okay, no worry about the state, but the input string should be fully consumed, and we have to empty the stack. So here final state and epsilon is the input. Here epsilon is the input and empty stack means we can say that acceptance by empty stack. So that if we want, we can make it this PDA as a empty stack. So instead of Z0 here, we can write epsilon. So Q1 changed to Q2 and Z0 is replaced by epsilon. The Z0 will also be popped from the stack. So here we have to write epsilon, and there is no need to mark final state here. Single circle is enough, or we can make this transition to the Q1 itself. So it's our wish. So now it becomes acceptance by empty stack. We will see other examples in next videos. Thank you.